About 5, 6 years now, I was going through a pretty tough mindset situation. My confidence was at an all-time low. I was, quite frankly, just burnt out. And I attended an event, and at that event, I was told that your morning routine is everything. How you start your day, what you say to yourself. Started reading a ton of books on that. And I've given this recipe out to a lot of people. A lot of people always wonder what I do every morning, why I'm sitting at the local Starbucks there for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, just writing stuff down. Some people may think it's a waste of time. Quite frankly, I don't care. It's what keeps me moving, keeps my mind right, keeps me positive. The recipe that I use every morning in what I call my daily method of operation. I sit down, I either do it in a handwritten journal, or I have my computer where I can actually now literally handwrite in this new Microsoft Surface, which is pretty cool. But getting to it, I always start with 5 to happy. So 5 things that I do every single morning that bring me happiness. Now that could be go on a half-an-hour walk, spend some time with my kids, either teaching them or being active with them. It could be texting my wife, some kind of love message in the morning. It could be taking massive action in a certain area of my work. It could be getting a workout in. It's really whatever makes you happy. And I find that if you write it down, you tend to attract yourself to doing these things. Every day is different, right? The next one on the list is 3 to celebrate. So I find that a lot of us have a problem with celebration, meaning we have so many amazing things happen to us on a daily basis, but we never take the time to actually celebrate them, to acknowledge them. And that's just it's not good. And I mean, I'm not perfect. I do this all the time, but this kind of forces me to at least look at those things. So if we had an amazing weekend where we went to, let's say, the CNE here in Toronto, or if we had an outing where we went fishing, or if we had an amazing day on Amazon, and made a lot of sales, or if I, sold a huge, if I protected a family with a huge life insurance policy, these are the things that we'd want to celebrate. I limit it to 3. You can add more if you want. It's totally cool. And then you'll hear any single motivational speaker, I hate to use the word guru, whatever you want, they'll always say to you, you got to be grateful. And being grateful is hard. I'm just being honest here. It's hard. When things are, things are falling off the rail, and you have 10 customers sending you these complaints. You just got thrown off an e-commerce site and can't make any sales. It's really tough to find the gratefulness in the shitty situations that there are. And so regardless, you've got to look for that. You've got to look, what could you be grateful for? And so every single day I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. And the biggest thing of all, the first one for me at least, is, whatever you believe, whether it's God, a creator, nature, some kind of power out there, I truly believe that I've been given a gift with a beautiful wife and family and kids and all that. And I write those things down, and I write down, quirky things like, I don't know, for me, one of the biggest pleasures in life is just having the sun on my face. Driving my Jeep, I can take the top off and enjoy the sun, although in Toronto here during the winter months, it's pretty tough. I have to substitute to vitamin E. But so 10 things that you're grateful for, whether it's a past vacation or an upcoming vacation that you're dreaming about, whether it's as simple as just like a smell in the air or the wind on your face. These things make a difference, and they switch you out of that negative mindset into something more positive. And I always go to prayers. I'm sure a lot of you have had family, either currently, in the past, God willing, maybe you haven't had any issues, but you want to send prayers out to those that, loved ones. I usually start with family, friends, and then I kind of go outward. This is something that I believe Tony Robbins was speaking about it. just really makes you feel good, quite frankly. And then the last thing I do is I go into my 7 big wants. Don't ask me why I picked 7. Probably would have been better if I picked 3, but I don't know, I like the number 7, so I stuck with 7. And I write down 7 big wants, and I literally viscerally create them. I imagine them, I feel them, I taste them. I probably exaggerate them in some ways when I'm visualizing them. But they are so real, and I can tell you from this exercise, and I know a lot of people will say, hey, well, if you don't take action, nothing's going to happen. I agree with that. That's 100% true. But it's amazing what does happen with just the visualization, how things start manifesting themselves, how little things start being attracted to you. You may get a deal here, you may get a referral here, you may get a lead here, you may have a big day. Now that's not going to continue unless you take massive action, of course, because massive action is, the intense focus that you need for the success to occur, but it's something to start with. And so when I do these 7 big actions, I was doing it for a while, just writing them out and really like using my imagination on them. So many of them have come true over the years. But now what I'm doing is I'm including 3 small actions that I can take for each of them every single day. This little tiny recipe here, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time in the morning. You might complain, but I mean, at what cost, right? Like my mindset to me is everything, and this keeps me going day in, day out, and really allows me to appreciate my life. So I hope that sharing this with you gave you some insight into just something that I use. Just grab a journal, write out this little recipe here. If you want me to send it over to you, I can certainly just, I can even send you some examples of what I do. And I don't know, hope it's valuable. Take care, guys.